Red Storm. For all the people out there that feel like they want to tell me that this deck list is wrong or should be slightly different, I'm not attached to this deck list. This is not my deck list. This is Caleb Shear's deck list. And you know what? Caleb Shear is probably smarter than me. He's probably smarter than most of the people in chat. So we're going to sit down, shut up, and play his deck list because he plays this deck a lot. And that's what you should do when you don't have a ton of experience with something. You should defer to the people who are smarter and have more experience than you. And when one person sits there and only plays one deck and plays a crap load of it, you should probably listen to what they say about that deck. That was, so like, I have a master's in mathematics and like, I've contributed to a number of open source projects. And the thing that always constantly gets me about the Magic community is the number of people who just like have very little experience or no experience that will just like walk up to someone who's basically considered an authority on something that has like infinite experience and will like be like, well, no, you're wrong. And just like, and they don't provide any validation and they just want to sit there and crap on them. It's like, man, have a little respect. Have a little respect in any other field. And that's part of the variance source of Magic, right? Like, this game has variance by design, so people can invalidate other people's results by saying they just got lucky, etc., etc. It definitely happens everywhere, but in my experience, it happens more with Magic than it does with academia and the software stuff I've worked on. And I don't have a good frame of reference for things outside of that, but in relation to software and academia, it happens a lot in Magic. Correct, yes. The fact that Wizards hides information plays directly into that. Anything that a reasonable person would be able to point to and go, no, really, I'm right, here's the data. We don't have the information to show that. Am I supposed to Ritual Grapeshot this next turn? Cantrip, 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 cantrip. I think I'm supposed to Ritual Grapeshot this. Ideally, we would have drawn a cantrip and gone cantrip Grapeshot this. But I think I'm supposed to take this off the board. Just gonna Thought Seize us, right? It's a real shame we didn't draw a cantrip there. Because we had to spend 2 cards to kill this thing instead of 1. Yep, Desperate Ritual is basically strictly better than Pyretic Ritual, except in the face of something like Meddling Mage, obviously. Well, that's awkward. Are we doing Vintage tonight? Probably sometime this weekend, Nivik. I was only planning to do Modern today and tomorrow. I am not going to play this Baral because I don't want to turn on the removal. I wonder if I'm probably supposed to hold that land to play around Culligan's command. Probably supposed to hold that land to play around Culligan's command. Or Nicol Bolas. Probably supposed to hold that land to play around Nicol Bolas, chat. Probably supposed to hold that land to play around Nicol Bolas. All right. Baral, go ahead. That's kind of sweet. I actually think this card might be Modern playable. Like, the fact that it generates card advantage the turn you play it, like, it's an okay clock. It's got some long game text against other control decks. Like, I can't say that I've invested much thought into how I would optimize Scred Red. Modern staple, giant flying ravenous rats. It's funny because it's sad. I'm only dead on the inside, chat. I'm only dead on the inside. We're looking for Past in Flames, right? I'm actually going to take the land here, because if we draw Past in Flames, it lets us combo, kind of. I only have 2 rituals, so maybe not. I'm a liar. This is why I focus on playing sweet decks in Modern, because even when we pick up this tier 1-ish deck, we can get Nicol Bolas and be very sad. Alright, one more draw step here. It's Grixis wrecked. I've been duped. I've been duped. Yeah, tiers in Modern are pretty pointless. The power level of the decks that see play are pretty flat overall. If we draw Past in Flames, I can generate... Ooh, fish. Their deck seems pretty sweet. If I draw Past in Flames, I can generate 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter. Gifts was lethal. Is that true? Alright, so I want empty and pieces against an interactive deck, I believe. I think we're supposed to cut a Past in Flames and some Gifts Ungiven. I think we leave... Cut ops? Oh yeah, I remember someone saying that. You just cut the bad cantrip. That seems fine. I guess Echoing Truth is better than Repeal because it can pick up big fish. Cut Noxious when trimming gifts. That makes sense. I guess Abrade kills Jace and Damping Spheres, so that seems pretty good. Can I trim a Grapeshot? Probably trim a Grapeshot. Leave this opt-in. Seems fine. This seems fine. I think I like this. I don't think I like any other cards up here. I feel like the opponent's deck is more discard based. Than counterspell based, so I really don't want to go like in the Gigadrowse direction. That actually is reason I probably should trim these remands. And unfortunately not keepable. So it's also pretty bad, but I think I'm supposed to keep. Trimming Electromancer against potential brutalities also seems okay. I think that seems fine. Honestly, I wouldn't mind fitting the ops back into my deck. I know they're the worst cantrip, but like having cantrips is good. I like getting to see lots of cards. I'm doing well, J-Tini. Just gonna pass for now. If we miss a land drop and don't draw a cantrip next turn, I might just cast this Manamorphose. That would be great, Nox. 10 out of 10 would appreciate and use that. This is so long. There's so many decks. There's so many decks. This is so complete. God bless. I think I just Manamorphose here. Because if I hit a land or another ritual, I can empty. You play Nicol, Bolas, Grixis Control as a donation. Maybe Wannabe Beetle? There's actually a Grixis Dragon deck in the queue. I realize I am not 0% to win this game. I am a very small percent to win this game, though. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack it in. Pack it up, pack it in. While we're waiting for the next match to pop, I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out here today. Welcome. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer, memer, although this is far from a meme, and content producer here on Twitch. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me wonderfully employed here full-time. Past that, you can support my stuff by checking out some of my wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. Honey is a free browser add-on that when you install it using link bit.ly/HoogleHoney, you'll be supporting my content here at no cost to yourself. What Honey does is quite awesome. While you're shopping online, it takes a look at the things that are in your shopping cart that you're buying anyways and searches online automatically for coupon codes to save you money on things that you're already planning on buying. Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 6 weeks now, and it's truly wonderful. I don't think we'd ever go back to traditional pillow top mattress. You can check out links bit.ly/HoogleBedUS and bit.ly/HoogleBedCA to save $160 or more on your new foam mattress with Lisa. And of course, I'd like to welcome everyone out there to Hoaglandia. Please talk to your friendly neighborhood mod about your complimentary timeout. We have the 0104 pair down here in our league. This hand is reasonable. Looking for Gifts or Manamorphose here probably. Are there any modern decks that are universally liked and not hated? I don't think so, Stampit. Modern is simultaneously everybody's favorite format and least favorite format, I feel like. I do not enjoy playing the Scapeshift deck. I think it is incredibly boring. I'm supposed to take this Grapeshot, right? Think so? Maybe? Maybe Schrodinger's format, right? Definitely feels like that sometimes. I'm gonna mute myself later, a little bit of snack mix here. Don't go anywhere. JMK, thank you very much for the 3-month free subscription there. I appreciate it. Welcome back. I don't have lethal here, right? This gets me to 3, 4, 5, which is not quite enough. You can't unsub Journey to Nowhere, chat. Unsubstantiate is up there with the cards that Twitch chat don't know what they do on average. Unsubstantiate is not Boomerang. Unsubstantiate is an unsummon. It is this weird unsummon mix, and it feels weird because like you can unsub any spell on the stack, right? I'm just preparing you for Magic Arena, where none of the cards in Magic Arena have text boxes. I'm just bringing you into the future. I'm really not still muted. Y'all hear me, right? The little indicator in OBS is going off that my voice can be heard. Okay. And we have an extension right here. We have an extension right there. Yeah, we can kill if they don't have Chalice on 2. I'm just going to pass back here. Repeal would cost 1. So no, you can't. I hate comments like that. I definitely agree that this is a deck that, like, you're going to be better with the more you play it, but that's true of any Magic deck. Just, like, taking a dump on me while we're losing without being specific. If you see something specific that I've done that was a mistake, point out the specific mistake. But, like, I've watched Caleb Shearer stream plenty of times and watched him do poorly in leagues, too. That's Magic. That's variance. People that are good at this game are going to hit bad runs, too. Is this not an empty matchup? You think we're supposed to kill them with Grapeshot? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I should probably cut a Grapeshot too, actually. Alright, let's do this. I time people out in this chat for making baseless speculation that they can't validate, Mr. Titan. So your likely not burn is based on nothing but your feelings. Could keep a Gifts. Okay, I could see that. Seems decent. All right, well, I guess we're doing that. Hoping for the best here. I did. There are 3 empties in my deck. We also have bounce spells too, so... Most of the people that don't like me dislike me because I hold people accountable for their actions. Actions that they're used to never being held accountable for. Land is pretty good here. It's not baseless, Mr. Titan, but you said it with certainty. Certainty that was impossible for you to have if you weren't watching over their shoulder. I'm supposed to do stuff here, right? Definitely supposed to do stuff. I'm a fan of doing stuff too. I want to make sure I have enough mana to Past in Flames. So if I do this, it puts me down to 2 mana. And this will put me up to 5, which is still fine. So let's do this to start. Oh, we need 4 to Past in Flames, right? Hey, look, a Repeal. And I just want to max out on mana here because the rest of these are going to my discard pile. So I'll take these 2. Alright, the Repeal should mean they're dead at this point. I think they really think that, like, it takes some kind of big effort for us to time them out. So, like, they're getting us by coming in here and making us time them out. It's like, no, it takes 30 seconds. I just go click, click, kill you. Am I boarded right? This unsub should certainly be a Remand, right? Because they don't have any creatures that I'm really bouncing, so Remand's like just better if it's only doing spells. I think we should go down to 2 empty. What else should be in my deck? Should I have this other Past in Flames in my deck? I kind of just want this other Past in Flames in my deck. Can I just do that? I don't really want gifts because not only because of Rest in Peace, but because of Leyline. I think Mistbind Click, you just don't have enough Faeries, Davis. You're going to get blown out too often. Yeah, they can put Chalice on 1, though. I guess Abrade does seem medium. Yeah, I'd buy that for $1. I'm going to do this. Let's do this. I think this is a keep. I would believe someone more experienced telling me this is not a keep, but I think I keep this on the draw. Cantrips and red sources are like all live. I don't know about snap keep. I'd believe a world where someone told me it was close, but Not in store, but in life in general. Okay, just YOLO this bad boy. I definitely agree that this deck does not mulligan fantastically. Journey to Nowhere. Alright, so hopefully they like tap out for an Ahiri next turn, and then I like end step repeal, untap, kill them. I think I'm supposed to hope they tap out for an Ahiri or something silly here, and then I get to bounce the Journey. I am still gonna do this. I lead on this, right? I think I lead on this. Do I want the land here? I 100% want Past in Flames. Do I want the land? I think I don't. I think I'm going to draw enough cards that we'll see one eventually, right? Do I want the land? Do I want the land? Are we sure? Like, I have this, so like, this puts me to 2, this puts me to 3, this is 4, so I can piff into these already. I guess it's fine. I mean, I get to keep both of these if I want. Yeah, I have a bunch of draws. I'm gonna bottom that and keep the Past in Flames. Are they auto-passing? I think they're auto-passing. Definitely auto-passing. All right. Little did I know. I think I'm gonna pieces here. I don't have to go off this turn necessarily, but boy, are we ever going off. Boy, oh, are we going off. Alrighty. Yeehaw! Alright, I'm supposed to cast the Serum Visions too, probably. Almost certainly. Don't need a Baral. I don't need a ritual at this point, right? I just need a bounce spell. Do I want the ritual? I think I just want a bounce spell, right? I have a repeal in the... Gosh, I do. I'm so dumb, so I totally wanted that ritual. Sorry, chat. Sorry, chat. You gotta work with me. I'm not terribly bright. I'm not terribly bright. At least I'm aware that I'm not terribly bright. Got there. All right. 1 and 1. Slow and steady. You're still thin, but maybe not so smart. All right. Let's battle back here. Let's battle back. Thank you for the bit. Shine bright like a diamond. Bum bum ba dum bum. Bum bum ba dum bum. This is certainly a mulligan, right? 110% a mulligan. It seems fine. Seems like a mana creature of doing terrible, terrible things to my opponent. Immediately draw the cards you bottom. There's not a scry bug. There's not a scry bug. I think I'm supposed to do this here. Scapeshift as a deck has very, very straightforward lines. I should have taken the Baral. I was clicking too quickly and should have taken the Baral. Someone asked if I plan to play more Blue-Red Fable for Indie. I do. Probably not today. I think I'm going to wrap up tomorrow with the Blue-Red Fey League. Blue-Red Delver League, Blue-Red Counterburn League, whatever you want to call it. So, there's a conversation in chat about which combo decks are easy to play right now. And the thing that is important to know is that I think every combo deck that exists in Modern, and honestly Magic, are pretty easy to play when the deck is working well. And if I would have taken the Baral, they'd be dead, right? The thing that makes combo decks difficult to play is the disruption that you're playing against. What your opponent brings to the table is by and large what contributes to making these decks difficult to play. They'd have died with the Baral, right? So my misclick lost us this game. We'd have gone and like now I can't really go for it because they have Remand up. Even Amulet Titan is just memorizing play patterns. Like actually executing the combo in Amulet Titan is trivial. Yeah, I'm aware. I would have needed the double ritual Manamorphose there. Like, I feel like there's like this big, scary, mythical thing where people are like, oh, there's this really complicated thing somewhere. Does Caleb's board, okay, he says cut Repeal, cut Opt, cut a Grapeshot, bring in 2 lightning bolts and an Abrade. Why do I bring in Abrade? Abrade's just like worse than lightning bolt, right? Why is that better than this third bolt though? Oh, this guide board I'm looking at, it doesn't hit. The sideboard I'm looking at is slightly different than mine. It doesn't have 3 bolts in it. This is Caleb's list from a recent open. Thank you for the bits, by the way, D20 Bandit. I'm never just gonna bring in all 4. That sounds pretty good, right? Feel like it's pretty good. Ding. Is this deterministic? We go 3, 5, 7 gifts, and then gifts with that mana over should be deterministic. Thanks for the bits, Stray Boar. I appreciate it. Revolving gifts with triple red floating is deterministic. God bless. So unreasonable, opponent. Why you gotta interact with me like that? Gotta be rude and interact. Yeah, I understood what you meant, but thank you for clarifying for the people at home. Go. He didn't die. It's good stuff for us. Step 1, didn't die. Step 2, don't kill me. Alright, ain't no thing, chicken wing. Do it. How can we win if the opponent keeps interacting? That sweet auto pass value, chat. Gotta get in for that sweet. The sweet auto pass value. Tilt. For Baral. He had a family. He was murdered by a Grapeshot. Did I just ritual Gifts Ungiven here? I think I just ritual gifts, right? Why do I want to rit gifts on end step? And just like let them remand my gifts and like burn my ritual too? That seems absurdly bad. Yeah, I think we're supposed to do it. I think if we're doing it while they're tapped out. No, they're not. The opponent's gonna kill me if they can kill me. Yeah, it's 2 mana creatures, Noxious Revival, Past in Flames. Yeah, the title says Blue Storm. Blue-Red Storm. I could get another gift. Yeah, that's probably true. Maybe. What art Past in Flames do I prefer? I like this one, I think. Can you explain why the Past in Flames is better? Just because it's like less mana? Is that what it comes down to? I don't think we're splicing. Because we're going to need to pay 2 and then start ritualing right away with only 1 land. Am I dead? You only have 4 cards. Quite the dangerous dance we weave here, opponent. And they passed so quickly there, I thought we were getting that auto pass value in. They were dead anyways because I had a gifts, right? Boop. 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 I was like, why can't I click? Yeah. Just gonna run it back. Pretty happy with what we did. I think this is fine. Especially on the draw, I've got the bolt there. Be one of them dirty interactive decks in Modern. Just get them when they try and be unfair and big meanie. Don't be a big meanie. Gonna make me interact with you. I think I'm in for a 3rd land here, right? I'm actually in for both of these, right? It's like tops. Oh. Oh. Huh. Huh. Really? Really? I smell blood, chat. I smell blood in the water. We're coming for him. We're coming for him. Arr, arr. Boop. They kept 7. I think I'm supposed to jam there. They're still flopping around and whatnot. Well. Do I make more mana if I Past in Flames and then do this with this one in my hand, right? So I want to do this. Make some blue mana here, obviously. Not that it matters. Yeah, so I want to Past in Flames here. Man, it's a good thing creature interaction is good against Storm, chat. It's a good thing. Good thing creature interaction is good against Storm, don't you think? There's no way we could ever win if they killed our creatures. Bolt is +4 Storm. That's a good way to look at it. I like that. Hey, look, another Grapeshot. That should be plenty lethal. There's an Unsubstantiate on top 2 for value. That is super lethal. Look at us. Undefeated in the Storm Mirror. I can only assume I'm the best person to ever play Storm. Just won the mirror on our first try. Pretty baller. We're kind of a big deal, chat. We're kind of a big deal. You should message Caleb your sideboard guide. John Fink, exactly. Greatest Storm player to ever have walked the face of the earth. And for those of you that are sitting at home, that the dripping sarcasm is not coming through to you, I ask you to listen more carefully to the tone of my voice and not just my words. Because that's part of the wonder of speaking. Is that, yeah, John Finkel said this deck was bad. He said he tested it for the last Modern Pro Tour, came to the conclusion that it wasn't good. All right, my 838 little competitive advantages out there watching at home. Is this a keep? Is this a keep? I feel like this is supposed to be keepable. Whoa, 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 not all of us are. People that are telling me to mulligan, why am I supposed to mulligan? Validate me. Articulate. I ain't no advantage. I don't know what they're playing. It's kind of bad if we're just racing, but it's probably pretty good against interactive deck. I'm going to keep it. And if we win, obviously it was a good keep. But Branston, your response there is very result oriented. So a good specific response would be something like, you shouldn't keep this hand because, and then do something like, explain that the probabilities of me getting there are low for a given reason, etc., etc. It looks like Faeries. I think this is probably going to be like a turn 4 gifts. And you guys should gifts right away. You can read my article on Gathering Magic this week, talking about all things fairies. Enjoy. Enjoy. Am I getting spell stutter sprayed? I'm getting spell stutter sprayed, chat. Send help. Send help. Help! I need somebody. Help. Not just anybody. Help. I need somebody. Help. Help me. Help me. Help me. This is a cantrip gifts. This is a cantrip gifts. I think this is a cantrip gifts. Cantrips with a Nox? I can see that. I can see that. The problem is these darn Fae are gonna beat us to death while disrupting us. She heard through the grapevine that I'm thinking about cutting 2 copies of her from Blue Red Fae, so she decided to show up and give me the business. That's a great idea, Music, and that's a great way to phrase it. And when you explain yourself in a way like that that's intelligible and easy to understand, that's a great suggestion. That's called constructive, specific feedback. When you just say you should always keep gifts on top with no validation, or Manamorphose on top with no validation, it's not constructive or specific. It's not helpful. So, I always love learning things, but if you don't attach the whys to the things that you say, you're not actually helping me learn anything. You're just telling me that you're right and I'm wrong. What's the reason? I want to try Grim Lavamancer, Pat, and I don't think I can cut lands or non-creature spells from the deck. So, like, Spell Stutter Sprite's, like, the only thing to give. Yeah, just keep in mind that this isn't Twitter. You don't have a 140 character limit or 280 character limit here. You can type a full message before hitting enter. So I appreciate you coming back and having a real discussion. Thank you for being a real adult. Correct. And like 90% of the things that I say here on stream are incredibly obvious to me. A lot of the things I talk about, I wouldn't need to validate to a good deal of Magic players, but I over-articulate myself to make sure that every action that I'm taking is able to be translated to people that are watching, so that way we can have an actual interesting interactive stream. Oh, Sprite me, baby. I need a Past in Flames at this point. I shouldn't have played the Baral there. Would the lack of sprites lower the value on Mutavault? Nope, Mutavault is one of the better cards in that deck. It's very good. It's a card that helps you cast your Snapcaster Mages and your Nimble Obstructionists while simultaneously killing your opponent when you need it. Should read Pokemon Nerd's comment. One of just favorite strategies is really weak beaters swinging together for 1 to 3 damage per turn while drawing uncastable goblins. Alright, good chance we kill them next turn. If we draw a good thing. Good thing, good thing. I mean, that could be anything, even a good thing. I think they're auto-passing. They are super auto-passing. Alright. So, I think I just play this Electromancer out, right? I don't think I'm supposed to Grapeshot this. I'm just gonna pass. I need a Past in Flames really badly. Yeah, I got an extra Manamorphose earlier. So they force a chump block. They force a trade here if they fire up the Creeping Tar Pit, which I assume they're going to. They played the game earlier like they implied they didn't have anything in their hand. So Gifts and Past in Flames are both lethal here. Cantrips are redraws at those two cards. Yeah, it's just hard to know, like, how the rest of our cards are going to work out. Like, I really wasn't in a position that the Past in Flames was going to be useful. So, like, I felt like taking a bunch of cantrips was good. Remand. Well. Dead. That's pretty unfortunate. Tilt. What an incredible tilt. What are the odds? What are the odds there's fairy sideboarding notes in here? 0%? Less than 0%? Pieces is great. Drowse is great. This is probably an empty matchup, actually. I like cutting. I like the idea of cutting creatures. What do you think of this? I can go 2 and 2 on the... I guess this Repeal's kind of medium. I guess they could have They could have Damping Sphere in their 75 though, right? If I remanded the Storm spell, did I have lethal? I had Ritual, Ritual, Grapeshot. I had Ritual, Ritual, and then Grapeshot only does 2. Oh, with the land, I just didn't have it, right? But if I would have hit any other spell, I would have been able to kill them with the Grapeshots. I'm gonna do this. Sand could be anything, chat. Could be literally anything. Empty and a ritual. That's exactly what we want out of life. Top. So if I let on Manamorphose here and hit exactly a ritual, I get to make a bunch of goblins, but I think that's too greedy, although we hit it. Sad day. I'm gonna double bottom here. Deal. That's great. That's great. These are my tokens. They don't come every turn like yours, but there's a lot of them. I feel like every time I go off with empty when I'm playing Storm, my opponent has the answer to my tokens. And every time my opponent goes off with empty, I never have the answer. Look, I get it. I get it. I'm not 0%. I get it, I'm not 0%. I understand that we are a number above 0. I play Magic to have fun on this stream. We're not sitting there while being slightly above 0%, not fun. If you're playing a tournament, you should sit there and make your opponent can kill you. That's fine. I'm gonna mosey along to the next match. I'm gonna mosey on along. Yeah, if they hadn't taken away my, if they hadn't, like, also kicked me in the dick by taking my, my piece of the puzzle, maybe we'd have played. I got you, Enerotics. It's pretty good. Looking for some more rituals or Manamorphose. The more you concede, the sooner will be done. The Lone Pox deck coming up next is kinda great. I'm kinda looking forward to the Lone Pox deck. I think I want to keep my third land here. Made a nice zoo player cry after playing EE on 1, and then I made 18 goblins. We got you, Rick. We got you. But everyone's having a good Thursday, by the way. Hanging out, playing some Modern. Visions first here, no reason to play that out. I go bottom, top. When will Pox be on YouTube? I don't know, like 20 minutes to a half hour after we're done streaming it. I just keep the cards out of circulation. Yeah, you almost certainly have a way to kill our goblin. Double Thoughtseize is a little brutal. Spell Stutter Spray. Yeah, I agree. Taking the first gifts is weird unless they have another Thoughtseize, and they did. So, on the back of 2 Thoughtseizes, I like taking the gifts. Yep. Any of the blue-red Delver decks, Black. Any of the blue-red Delver decks, they're all great. Deck is sweet. I'm playing it in Indie for a reason. Bolt me, baby. Yeah. Just beat on my chest. Just let me know. Let me know who's boss with that little love tap. Just tap it in. Tap it in. I'm up to 3 Obstructionists, and I kind of like it. What beats Mardu Pyromancer? I don't know offhand. Mardu's got play against most of the field. Enjoy your token. Oh yeah, Tron. Definitely Tron. Tron. I'm looking forward to losing a bunch of matches with this Abzan Loam deck. I don't actually think the Hollow One matchup's that bad for Mardu if you have Leyline of Sanctity. Hey, Desinacrut Gamer, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Welcome. I think I'm just going Guy here and passing. If they have double removal, they have double removal. First saw you playing Owling Mine at the Sweet SCG Open. Recently started watching YouTube videos, and they're honestly amazing. Love what you're doing. Keeping it up. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the YouTube stuff. Welcome to a live one. Thanks for the support. Dreadbore. Well, that's a little dreadful. All right, don't Collective Brutality me. Pimped Up Monk with that $5 donation towards Big Naya, 10 out of 10. Thank you for the support. The problem, I've played Mardu against Tron. You don't have enough pressure consistently is the issue. You just, like, spin your tires in too many of the games, not accomplishing a whole lot. Alright, chat, we're gonna draw into Past in Flames off of this Manamorphose, and it's gonna be glorious. Those cards really don't help that much. Ah, redraw. Womp, womp, womp. Gosh, even that one would have just let us, like, wrath the board and keep going. Jacob, people in this world, if they feel like they want to be upset about something, they're going to find a reason to be upset about it. All right. Says empties, abrade, bolts, pieces, and cut. 2 electro, a Baral, 4 gifts, repeal, and noxious. And a Past in Flames. Trim and op tier as well. I'm gonna trim an unsub. Let's do it. Yep. I gave up on trying to please everyone a really long time ago. The only direction you are going to end up in trying to please everyone is a very frustrated direction. There are people out there that if you lie down on the ground to let them walk all over you, they're going to complain that you're not flat enough to stand on. And you just need to not worry about those folks. Oh, unsub bouncing Reveler. That's a good point. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm just passing here. I can't take credit for that. That was someone on the internet. Someone smarter than me on the internet said that, but it's a good quote. Hoping to find a land to just pieces. Perfect. Get some velocity going here. Actually, I'm dumb. I should have just gone boop, boop, boop. Nah, that's probably not good enough against the goblins. Let's grab those and pass. If you had unsub and they cast Reveler, do you unsub the spell of the creature? No, you can't unsub a trigger on the stack. You can unsub the creature back to their hand, though, in response to the trigger. I try Lurgrave. Reds. This is a Faithless Looting. So probably Sleight of Hand here to start. See where we end up. Obviously, we'll take a draw step first. The land's actually useful, right? The land means I can cast the Sleight of Hand. Yep, my storm count even more. I think I just want to go all in on these goblins. If we get a cantrip here, we can cast it. So I don't think I want to splice additional spells here. So if I cast this, do I remand my empty? I think I remand my empty here, right? I don't have a lot else going on. Play your sweeper so I can concede. They have Manamorphose too. Did they board into Storm, chat? Do you think they've boarded in? Are we playing the Storm Mirror post board? Oh no, they made black and white mana. Chat, what if they heard you say Zealous Persecution? Whew. Whew. Dodged it. So they're going to flashback Lingering Souls. Maybe I should have made max goblins. They're going to flashback Lingering Souls here, which is going to give them 6 tokens to my 14 tokens. They have double Lingering Souls in their bin. I need to find a bolt here. Ding. We did it, we did it, we did it, hooray! Get him. So even if they trade off 4 for 4 here, they're taking 10 and going to 8. And then next turn they can double flashback Lingering Souls and then quad block again, but then they take 6 and go to 2, and I'm left with 6 tokens. So unless they rip a sweeper here, we're in a pretty reasonable spot. Especially considering I have this other empty in my hand still. So I assume if they don't have a sweeper, we're going to see Dubs flashback Lingering Souls. Yep. The problem with playing Young Pyromancer in the sideboard of Storm decks is that people tend to leave in creature removal against you anyways. So this concession gives us great information. This concession tells us that they don't have a sweeper in their deck, which is not uncommon for them to not have sweepers, but to know that for sure is very valuable. Do I want this unsub over the Remand? I don't think so, actually. I think I actually just want this Remand. Remand was good there. We are 2-2 and heading to game 3 of this 5th match. We died to some very mean people that were being interactive in Modern. Just the worst. Hey, Jeffrey, do you ever feel oh so smart and thin when your Goldfish deck results in turn 3 wins? Because, baby, you're a Modern deck. Thank you, Bolas, for the bits. I appreciate it. Is this supposed to be a mulligan? Thanks, Pat. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. YOLO. Should we play around a sweeper? It's possible they choose. No, I don't think so. I think I keep this. Any cantrip or land makes it fine after they discard spell us. They didn't have a discard spell, God bless. We have a lightning bolt for their first thing. Empty's actually a pretty good draw, just looking for lands now. Lands and rituals. Perfect. One lane cantrips, a little bit suspect on the draw against the discard deck, but everything's coming up Millhouse here, so we should be okay. We're gonna lightning bolt the crap out of this young Pyromancer. Yeah, Dr. Dre says, nothing, you idiots. Dr. Dre's dead. He's locked in my basement. Alright, tap out for a Lingering Souls, please. I would like to make some goblins. I would like to make some goblins. Some goblins. Some goblins. Rude. Rude. Please don't take my empty. Oh, wait. You can't. Gotcha. Do 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 beep 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 beep. Do 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 do. They must not have any like Lingering Souls or Value style cards, right? Yeah, they binned Terminate Marsh Flats and they missed a land. They binned Marsh Flats, missed a land drop. Was that a good draw, chat? How do we feel about that one? Was that one okay? Feeling like that was in the okay range of draws. Yeah, I think 8 goblins is fine here. I already played a land, right? Yeah. It's unfortunate we were one off of. If we would have hit another ritual, we would have gotten to Past in Flames to make a ton of goblins here. This number of goblins could even potentially be headed off by... That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So if I attack, they take 7 to 12. Then they take 6 to 6. Then they take 5 to 1. This isn't enough to attack in here, I don't think. I think I just pass. Joke's on you. Come on, come at me. I could flashback Bolt to Campbell. I think that's a bad use of my Past in Flames, though. So next turn, I'm going to go Ritual, Piff, Ritual, Bolt, which is going to do 8 to me, but it's going to take the Campbell off the table. It's fine. I'm going to make a ton of tokens this turn. This is our last game of our last match. We're playing the Lone Pox deck next. I think this was okay for us. I don't know, we had a few different choices there. I think if they have a second Campbell, we can just run over it, right? Like, even with them being at 29, like, this is 8, so they're going to at least 23 here. And then I've got 6, 6, and 10, 22 tokens. Like, it feels bad emotionally taking four hits from a Campbell, but, like, as far as our position in the game after doing so, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Until they, like, put, like, engineered plague on goblins here, or engineered explosives, or anger, or something. Well, this is good for us. Curious sequencing here on the opponent's part. Yeah, and the fact that we drew the pieces means that we have, like, gas to reassemble should they have something like explosives. Yeah, and, like, we have 24 tokens here, so, like, they go to 1. Sweet. And plenty of goodies coming up. All right, Storm. This is the part where I do the wrap-up segment, and I tell you the things I like and the things I would maybe do differently to do better in the future. This is Blue-Red Storm. This is Caleb Shear's deck list. I'm not smarter than Caleb Shear. You probably aren't either. You should play whatever deck list he tells you to play. So this was his that I lifted from an open. They're definitely, I don't know, this deck has some neat lines in it. It's definitely doing something powerful. I think if you're looking for a reasonable deck in Modern, that's also pretty cheap too. Like, no fetch lands. Fetch land is pretty cheap, so I think it was a good time. Hopefully you learned a few things. I learned a few things. Even if you're not someone who's going to play Storm necessarily in the future at a tournament, I think it's worthwhile for you as a player who's playing Modern to play some amount of matches with a deck like this. Because decks like Storm, decks like KCI, decks like Jeskai Ascendancy Combo, these are decks that you will play more efficiently against if you understand how they work by having played with them. So being familiar with what these decks are looking for at every given point during the combo makes your discard spells better, because it lets you know when you're looking at their hand, you can analyze, okay, they're looking for this with this hand, so I should take away this element because it's going to be the most detrimental to them. So I don't think I'd ever play Storm at a tournament, but I definitely think knowing the ins and the outs of the decks a little bit, knowing the lines that they're taking when I'm deterministically dead, the best way to shut them out, I think gives value to playing a deck like this. All right.